watched yesterday, though, and I really, really, really had a great time, right? I genuinely a great time. And I totally understand why this bombs in the box office, right? Red One, if you've got Amazon Prime, which basically everybody does, I believe. I mean, everyone wants some free shipping. Is available for free. A lot of fun. Now, why did this bomb at the office? At the box office? Because this is a way above average streaming movie. And streaming movies, I think, it's rare you get a really good one, right? It's rare that you get one that's is like really objectively a good, and when you do, they stand out, like, you know, Stranger Things, I think. But the standalone movie, it's very rare you get a good one. Like Grey Man on Netflix, I think, was a spy thing was it with Chris Evans as well? I think it might have been with Chris Evans. And it was good, it was fun, it was watchable. But it wasn't a great movie, right? It wasn't like a Mission Impossible. So this is way above that quality, right? I would say significantly above that quality, but not of the sufficient quality to get people into the cinemas to watch it. And honestly, the weird thing is it's under budgeted, in my opinion, right? It stars Chris Evans and The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I think they really, I mean, Chris Evans is there because they couldn't get Ryan Reynolds. And who did I think would be the A-lister who would take on the Rock's role? I thought of this earlier. Who would that be? Man, I should have written it down because I thought, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly who they would have got if they could have got them. Okay, so the basic premise is it's very silly, right? It's very, very, very silly, and they all play it incredibly straight, right? The biggest problem with this movie is that Chris Evans' character is just awful. He's just like not a nice. He's not a nice person. You're not rooting for him at any time. And you know, it's like it's a Christmas movie. He has a bit of a redemption arc to turn things around. But like, that's why you needed a Ryan Reynolds for this movie to make this character much more palatable, right? Make him something he would care about, who you would root for, who you would like, right? Who was I thought would be great in the Rock's role? I can't remember. Really can't remember. Oh, wait a minute. Darren Evans found it. Johnny. I'll get it afterwards, right? On Carlson. Yeah, let me pull it up 1 second. Now I've got to go to this down over here. Is this the same one as a? Oh, this might be it. We'll look at it. We'll look at it this afterwards. Okay, fine. Where was I up to? No, just lost my place again. Oh yeah, we're talking about Red One. Sorry, I went to a different screen, so I don't want to stop looking at it. So again, that's the biggest problem. I think Chris Evans, his character isn't likable, and he doesn't imbue him with likability. But the basic premise is this: that they play it like a very, very straight action spy thriller, like a Mission Impossible movie, right? And they do it very, 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 very well, if I may say so. They got all that lingo down, and yet the spy organization, the covert organization, is the North Pole, as led by J.K. Simmons Santa, right? He is great in this role, right? He is fantastic. So you get lots of really good action scenes, one after another. Perhaps the best one is the basic premise is, as I said, somebody finds a way of breaking into the North Pole and kidnapping Santa, right? 2 days before Christmas, and there's a great thing. Yeah, so not Chris Rock, The Rock, right? The Rock plays like the head of security. I can't remember what L stands for, but it wasn't a good enough acronym for me to remember it. But he plays like the head of security, and he's retiring. He's really done. And the reason he's really done, again, it's a lovely little arc, is because there's too many people on the naughty list. Like, people are just like, he's lost faith in humanity, right? Because again, this year, this is the year that there's more people on the naughty list than the nice list, right? So so he's retiring. What's he going off to do? I don't really know. He's like 800 years old. I don't know what his plan was, but he's retiring, and it's his last day. And then he kind of for some reason, he even picks up the something wrong, and he's like, Wizard Run, right? And it's like, again, real perfect spy movie, action adventure, as this is great chase scene to try and save Santa. and obviously he fell because there's no surprises in this movie. Don't go in thinking, well, I'm going to have a new outlook on life. No, there are no surprises in this movie whatsoever. But it's just. But there's no surprise really in Mission Impossible movies, right? I remember I was watching, not the best one, not the worst one, the one where Tom Cruise hangs off a plane at the beginning. That was it 1, 2, 3, 4. My guess is 5, right? 5, yes, because 6 was the one with what's it called again? Play Superman. What's the name of that guy? Henry Cavill. Oh God. Yeah, maybe Henry Cavill to replace. It was Ryan Reynolds and Henry Cavill. I could actually see that, right? I could actually see that a lot more. So they all play it very straight, very, very serious, and that just makes the comedy so much better. And you laugh at the ridiculousness of it all the way through. There's an emotional plot that basically centers around Chris Evans' character, which fails because he's such an objectionable character. Lucy Liu is like the head of, I don't know, Santa security or like mythical security or something like that. And they find out that the location for Santa's grotto in the North Pole was found by this guy, Chris Evans. And so they go, he's like the best tracker in the world, although he's a complete loser. And again, enforcement, logistics, and fortifications, says Darren M. You are correct. And he has a character arc, but you don't really care about him. J.K. Simmons as Santa is perfect because he's tough, he's real, and he's very, 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 very loving as well, right? Which I think it really works for Santa. And I think, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Kieran M. Shipka plays the villain called Gryla. And she was Don Draper's daughter in Mad Men. And she's actually very good in this. But again, this whole production is, while it being a big production, a big movie, feels a little bit underpowered, which is like cinema, I think, only really works nowadays for huge, huge movies. So and they just didn't have the budget to really pull this off. But so we wouldn't go to the cinema and go, that's a great movie. But as a free movie on Amazon Plus, it's a great evening of entertainment. And I think that's the way it could possibly become a Christmas classic. I hope it does, right? I hope it does because it really deserves it. It's a genuinely fun movie. The poster missing red one. Yeah, that's his code name. The rain, everything's done well, right? Everything is done very well. The reindeer, the Santa's grotto. Thematically, it's not as stark as something like Fat Man, which I really like, right? It's much more playful than that. Right, Fat Man's a really weird movie. It's a really strange movie. Yeah, listen, big recommend, right? Really, really a big recommend for a fun evening in with a fun movie. Now, it's a shame that ITV didn't buy this, right? This will be the perfect movie for to like be your high spot of Christmas TV, right? This year, because it's like a new movie. Only in theaters November 15th, and not in any theaters by December 15th. But as I said, a ton of fun, right? Genuinely a ton of fun. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.